Hello everyone. I am in Ableton, and this is basically sampling vocals to play as an instrument. I did a video of this in Logic, and I have been asked to do it in Ableton. So here I am doing it in Ableton. Now I have a small sort of thing to put out there. This is the second day I've used Ableton and in my own home. So I'm kind of getting it. There are some things that, if you know Ableton already, there are some things that you might see here and just think, well, that's just stupid. But if you're new to Ableton and you want to know how to do this, this is probably the bog stock basic way of doing it, because it is the way I've figured out how to do it, really. So yeah, anyways, we'll get into it. So if you remember the Logic video, or if you click on the link in the description, it will be there, so you can see that. I have the vocals here for faded. So just a quick play so we remember them. That's not what I want. This is what I want. I'm wasted. Yep, so they're just dry. Not dry, there's just the acapella for it. I've chopped them up into different sections, which is what... Hello phone. So yeah, I've chopped them up into the samples that I want to use to be able to play them on my keyboard. Okay, so what's to do? So we're going to go, oh, hi there. There we go. That's basically what we do. But anyways, we go right click, insert MIDI track. You click on instruments, get your sampler, click and drag it into either here or down there. I figured either way works. And then it says drop samples here. So let's take the first one and drop it in there. We have it. Okay, now we want to assign each sample to a note. So in order to do that, we're going to go and click a zone. And we have this. Yours may come up like that, which kind of sucks. So if you just right click, you get small, medium, or large to bring up all this. Large is usually pretty good, so you can see what you're doing. Alrighty. So the root note we're going to leave at C3. So, which is here, and that little tiny R there indicates root, I guess. If it doesn't, then I've just made it up. So we're going to come down to the end here, and we're going to click and drag our MIDI block looking thing to C3. Go to the other end and click and drag it to C3. So we just have C3 as that note. And now we can go to our second sample. Click and drag it into this list. Fantastic. Now we can see that our root note is still at C3. We want to make that, well, I want to make that at D3. So then I will go and click the end of that, drag it to D3. Get the end of this, drag it to D3, and now I have cool. And I'll do one more. So click, drag that into this little box here. We're going to go to E3. Click and drag. Click and drag. I'm wasted. Cool. So you carry on doing that. And you will end up with this. No, we won't. Hang on, we'll end up with this. Okay.
Baby, I'm wasted. All I wanna do is drive home to you, baby.
So now I have those samples over the space of an octave and a bit. So I can I can play them as a synth kind of thing, I guess. Stupidly basic. You can go into all these. Where's my mouse? There it is. You can go into all these other little things here and figure out what they do. I haven't spent that long on this, to be honest. I've got something I kind of really need to do, but I thought I'd give this a crack while I've got a bit of time. But I will be looking into all this stuff because this all seems pretty cool. But yeah, now I've also been asked for a sample of what I'm talking about, which is cool because everyone likes to know what they're kind of trying to achieve. So this is basically what we're going for. I started this kind of track ages ago. Sort of one thing led to another. Didn't really get to finish it, but I did this little vocal choppy thing in it. So have a listen, and this is what basically we're achieving. So yeah, this has been a pretty quick video. Hopefully it's been somewhat helpful. Yeah, that's the way I've figured out how to do it. Yeah, I've still got a lot to learn with this program. It's kind of, I think as far as you go with learning like DAWs and stuff like that, they can seem pretty daunting, but you know, they're all pretty much the same. Like the thing with me jumping into Ableton, like, you know, like I said, this is sort of day 2 for me, and I've kind of figured out a lot over those 2 days. All it is just an interface thing. So Ableton's just set out differently to Logic, to FL Studio, to Cubase or whatever. All the fundamental stuff is still the same. So the way that you use the sampler in Ableton to the way you use ESX24 in Logic, they're just laid out differently. Otherwise, they're pretty much the same. Yeah, so hopefully that's made a bit of sense and it's helped, and you can start sampling and doing some cool chops. So yeah, hopefully you can start sampling soon. All right, cheers guys.